Hey guys, it's Avenger. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're taking a look at the Designs and Giba H120. Now, this is based on the Eurocopter EC120 Colibri, or now the Airbus H120 Colibri being Hummingbird. It's a 5-seat single-engine light utility helicopter, jointly designed and developed by Eurocopter, China National Aero Technology, Import and Export Corporation. That's a mouthful. And the Harbin Aviation Industries Group, HAIG. Also, oh wow, and Singapore Technologies Aerospace. Okay, so everybody, basically. Everyone's had a part in this one. Now, they were assembled by Eurocopter in France and Austria. And in China, it's manufactured by Harbin Aircraft Corporation. Now, this so far have been produced a total of about 700 as of 2015. They were produced between 1995 and 2017. First flew on June 1995. Now, we said it's a single-engine turbine, 5-seater. They are operated by the Chinese, French, Indonesian, Malaysian, Myanmar, Singapore, and Spanish military. The B model has a crew of 1, capacity of 4 passengers, 755 kilo payload for it. We have a Turbomeca TM319 Aris 2F turboshaft with 376 kilowatts of shaft horsepower with a 335 max continuous. She can cruise at around 122 knots. Range is about 393 nautical miles. Endurance 4 hours 30 minutes. So what do we get from this? We get a fairly simple little helicopter. In fact, we'll just go outside here and take a look around. There are some really cool little features here, including, for a helicopter, we get blade tie-downs and blade covers. The tail rotor cover there. Intake covers, engine covers. Don't tend to see these kind of extras with a lot of helicopters. You see a lot of these for fixed-wing aircraft. And by the way, no pilot when it's all shut down. So it's kind of cool to see that, actually. I did pick the white version here, just because I had it loaded. There's deliveries here. You get 6 of them with the aircraft as it comes. 3D modelling is actually not terrible. It looks quite nice. She's a small aircraft. Like I said, single turboshaft. And the 5-seater, so you're looking really at the same size as a Bell 206. And or... yeah, the 120, really? The 125, sorry. But that has more utility to it, because it has both doors working. This has one door, because she has cargo space. Now, one thing I don't like off the bat is this tablet. This is the size of the Palm Pilot I had as a teenager. It's dinky. If this was an actual tablet, this would be twice the size of this. Like, 4 times the size. Okay, limited functions. It's got weather readout, date and time, battery. But you have here the doors. When we go outside are a cargo access hatch there. Side door, front and rear doors, and front door on this side. Okay? Nice and simple. We can close all these there, and it just show open and close status. Click back to go there. Here, we can turn off the... this is as far zoomed in as you can get. Exhaust cover, blade cover, tail cover, pitot covers, and we can turn on a camera and or speakers on the outside. So you can play your favourite Schlager as you're flying along with the speakers that are included here. And there's a camera there for filming all sorts of cool things. And some very cool wings. Yes. People have mentioned they're mine. They're not. They're similar in that they're a pair of wings, and there's heaven and angels involved, but they're not the same. Mine, as you can see here, on me, are different. Yes, that's my actual logo. There we go. I realise we're staring at a certain part of me. Let's move on. Hi, Captain Whiskers. Yes, Captain Whiskers is with us too. That's far more important here. Okay, so we'll close this off because I don't really want to see it. And we'll leave the speakers and everything else on. Texturing inside is okay, but it's not great. Oh, tablet is stored there, by the way. Click spots for the doors are about here. There's a slight change in sound, but not a ton. So, not particularly fantastic. And the click spot does shift, basically, when you open the door. So it's there. It stays on the same spot in the interior, not on the door. So you had to click the same spot where it would have been, not the door part. So, Batteries and avionics are all down here. Put our fuel pump on for now. We've got our engine fire test. Hydraulic acclimator test there. Do we have checklists to press and to bloop bloop? Fuel shut off forward. That is in fact forward. Rotor brake is forward. It is forward. Battery switch is on. Right there. Generator switch is on. It is on. Light test perform. Light test passed. Horn is off. Engine fire test perform. It does in fact function. Hydraulic switch on. Hydraulics is on. And now we will set to ourselves to engine start, which includes fuel pump on. We've done that. Anti-collision on. Twist grip to start position, which is this is our point here for reference. So we move this to here. Engine starter to position. Pitot switch to on. She's on. And once this comes up, we'll bring up our throttle to flight. But as we have here, we have the area GPS illustration here. Kind of hard to see over there, but not terrible. Texture is a little flat in places, I'll say, but it's a very simple aircraft in real life, so it's not awful. Certainly not done badly. You can't click the headsets, or you can. They don't change the actual volume, though. Here's the sound. There's a slight difference, but not much. Sounds do sound very standard. I believe they're from the 407. There we go, and we're into flight mode now. Fuel pump 2 off. Horn is on. It is in fact on. So we're started up and rocking and rolling here. Let me just have my head turned on for right now. Flight model apparently is custom, according to the developers themselves. However, there is every chance it is also driven from the 407. We'll find out. So, let's take a spin around Joling here. This is from Aerosoft, in case you're interested. So, take off. I'm getting next to no torque at all. I'm hands off the cyclic here. Okay, a little bit of cyclic now because it's had to drift forwards, but really placid. No major torque on takeoff from the tail rotor, which was very gentle. We'll just bring around here and sit down again. And I'll show you how much this is. And I'll show you how much I'm not touching the cyclic when I do that. Okay, it's gentle here. A little down. Nice and slow. Okay, so watch the cyclic. No touching the cyclic. We're completely closed on the collective there. I'm just going to go up. In fact, I'm leaving the pedals alone here. Okay, now I'm starting to get some twist, but not a ton. And it's coming up fairly neutrally. And now I'm only using cyclic here. No pedals at all. No pedal at all. And she's actually flying. Okay, yeah, there's very little torque coming off the back of this. Let's give it some more belly. I'm not sure about the rotor pattern. It looks a little bit weird in places like on this angle here. If I open the door, which I don't think I can in flight. Back door can open, but nothing is really affecting it. Power lines there to watch out for. A little bit of trim, but not really much needed. She's very, very placid. Visibility is very good. Tons of room. Almost Robertson levels of visibility, because it's right down to the floor here on the nose. Nothing really bothers me about that. The sounds are dull. I'll give it that. I think they're 407 sounds or 407 adjacent, but it is very muted and flat. My sounds aren't stupidly loud at the best of times. Some aircraft are louder than others. This one sits on the quieter end for me. I'm not sure it's going to sound in the recording, so I'll check what it's doing there and I'll level it up regarding. But it's quite a flat sound. Flight handling, yeah, it's very, very gentle. Very, very... Comparing this to what I call my standard, which is the version 2 of the Cowan Sim 125. My baby. This is very, very placid. That thing's easy. This thing is just placid. People have compared a stable helicopter to the Taug Huey. The Hueys are quite stable, okay? You've got quite a lot of weight hanging under that rotor. Hueys are fairly stable. This should be much twitchier than a Huey, and it is honestly much more placid than most helicopters I've flown in the sim, other than the stock ones. This feels more placid than the add-on helicopters, but a little less interesting than the stock ones. Can I roll her over? I can just about get it to roll over. I'm probably going to crash if I continue to do that, so I'm going to hold it off. She does not want to do that. Build some speed here. Yeah, it's going to be... Again, it pulled out of what I was trying to roll it over on its back. Follow the railway line here. Let's do some higher speed maneuvers, shall we? See if we can make her really regret decisions of flying with today. We'll drop down here. Watch out for the telegraph line. Okay, we'll kick around here. This would be a spine breaker for most helicopters. Oh, God. Yeah, that would snap a helicopter's tail boom straight off. And it just handled it, but it nearly paddle drove it into the ground. Military helicopters can do that kind of thing once or twice in its aviation career before it has to go for a full rebuild. If you push them that hard and you stress them that much, they will hate you for it. It was very sluggish trying to do that. Getting low, she's very easy to fly very low because it's so stable. Really not that dramatic a helicopter at all. But I find it very sluggish with the controls. Like, getting it to respond to my inputs at this sort of flight level, you need a very decently quick response. This is not very quick on the response. It's very sluggish. But again, it could be similar to the real one. I'm just going to report what I'm feeling rather than what it's doing. Because all I can really tell you, having not flown this or any real helicopter myself, I can tell you how it feels. So compared to the other helicopters in the sim, again, compared to the Current Sim 125 by standard, it is sluggish, it is unresponsive. The real one may be. I don't know. But it's definitely on the, oh God, hello, sloppy side. Very sloppy. Not the developers doing most likely, but it's definitely sluggish. Under the lines there. Can I land it in a tight space? We'll go for this road here. Okay. Nudge her this way slightly. Okay. We'll bring her down. Sounds of touchdown are very, very heavy, surprisingly enough. Okay, clear it out of here. Come up before I clear up obstructions. Okay. Easy, honestly. And here we are back at Joling. Again, you can find this on the Aerosoft store, Jolling. I'll look up the icon for you in a second. Okay, we'll flare. Give it a bit of gas. We'll just stabilize her out here. We'll bring her in for touchdown. Very gentle helicopter. So if you're new to helicopters and want something with much more detail than the stock ones in terms of function, that was a bit hefty. If you want a helicopter that's got more to play with than the stock ones, you can't even get close enough to read that. That's a problem. I don't like that I can't get close enough to that. Do I have other views that take me close to that? None of those are particularly useful for seeing that. Okay. Okay, that's better. Echo Delta Papa Charlie. There you go. Echo Delta Papa Charlie on the Aerosoft store. She's not a bad helicopter, but she's gentle. And if you are new to helicopters, that would be a good thing. Okay, fuel's cut off. This should be stopping now. So, the fuel's cut off, but my engine's still going. Now it starts to dial back. Okay. Had a lot of fuel in those lines then. Why can't I use the rotor brake? Come on. To hold you there? Interesting. Well, she's simple, pretty effective. Like I say, if you want more than the standard helicopters for a reasonably cheap price, this costs me £13 on the actual marketplace. Yeah, for £13 I can't complain. Value for money for £13. Way more features than we get with the Cow and Sim ones in terms of having tie downs and covers and things. They're nice, but they're not necessary. But they're very nice. And well-built external model, well-built interior model. Textures could do with a bit more, but for £13 I won't quibble. Flight model, a little basic, but if you're new to helicopters, not a bad place to start. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!